It's AI. But is it ethical? Hey, and welcome to Review in FX. I've just been accepted onto the beta for Firefly, Adobe's web-based AI image generator. As I'm sure you know, AI is everywhere at the minute, and whether that's a good thing or not is being debated. I'd say hotly debated, except I hate that phrase. I made a video last year about using Midjourney to produce AI art, where I talk through the steps to sign up and the sort of prompts needed to get usable images. At the time, I was left feeling like AI was a useful tool to be able to produce images that I otherwise couldn't. But in the comments and conversations that I had subsequently, it became clear that using an AI generator comes with some ethical questions. In order to work, AI generators use millions, if not billions, of images to compare and create new pictures. That's brought up some criticism of these AI generators because they're accused of scraping the internet and taking any images they find there, without permission. One artist reportedly found their private medical images in an AI training dataset. A group of artists and Getty Images have both filed lawsuits for copyright infringement. In fact, there are examples of AI-produced images imitating artists' signatures and watermarks. There's also been some evidence to suggest that the AI takes more elements from good artists than general pictures. I've got some links to some really good videos and articles going in more depth into this in the description. Artists are naturally concerned that the AI can quickly and easily produce work that looks a lot like theirs. On the other side, proponents of AI art will say that there's nothing wrong with creating art in a similar style to other artists, and that in fact artists have been doing that every day. Good artists copy, great artists steal. I do think it's hard to argue that sometimes in the style of can go too far, and it's only made worse by the fact that the original images are being used without any kind of consent from the original artists. Adobe has taken a different approach. All the images used in Firefly are derived from Adobe stock. I had assumed that any images you uploaded to Behance, Portfolio, or just cloud storage were being used in Firefly, especially as there's an opt-out option in your Adobe account preferences. But looking into it further, that opt-out option is for machine learning, to help create tools like content-aware fill. According to Adobe, Firefly's generative AI only uses images from Adobe stock images, openly licensed content, and public domain content where copyright has expired, and is designed to generate content safe for commercial use. Adobe Firefly won't generate content based on other people's or brands' IP. That's quite an ethical stand Adobe have taken, though if you produce work for Adobe stock, there is no opt-out option for those images to be included. Accessing Firefly in beta is probably a slightly different experience to accessing it when it's launched. I imagine the experience will be very like Adobe Express, where you click on it via the Creative Cloud desktop app. I was shown a couple of interesting texts on how Adobe is committed to only sourcing their images from their own storage, and also how they're taking into account racial bias. With Midjourney, you have to know how to type to create a prompt, and then start typing while you're seeing everybody else's images popping up and appearing all around you. Adobe Firefly gives you a simple prompt box and asks you for a description. Hitting submit, you're presented with 4 variations, and you've got various filters. These filters make things a lot simpler. You can choose the aspect ratio, the style such as cartoon or photo, but as you scroll down, you also get lighting styles, so you can pick things like golden hour. And there's also camera angles. It's removing the guesswork from a lot of AI prompts. Simply enter your description, and after the first results, set your filters, then run again. I even like the cute wave icon for variations. Hopefully this next stage isn't just for beta, because I was then asked to rate each image to provide feedback as to whether or not the image was suitable. If you choose to, you can submit your image to a public gallery. On download, it will save with a watermark and metadata, which declares that the image comes from AI, and when you save, your description makes up the file name, which could be handy should you want to revisit something you saved a while back. Some results really do look like stock photos. This is clearly the influence of Adobe stock and the quality of photos being submitted to it. I believe they are AI though, as you can tweak a lot of what you're getting. One area that got me super excited for no good reason is that not only can you generate an image based on your description, you can also type in text as the basis for an image. Here's shivering cactus in the style of a cactus. Forgive me, this might already exist in other tools, but Adobe Firefly have made it really clear and kind of fun too. Jeremy Gray from Petapixel has already published a really good deep dive into Firefly's strengths and weaknesses, comparing it to other AI tools. I'd encourage you to go read his article when you get the chance. After experimenting with Midjourney, I pretty much came to the conclusion that AI image generation was a useful tool for concept art. I could ask it to put something together based on a description and give me options. Despite how I used Midjourney in that previous video, I think today I would recreate every aspect of the scene. While I consider myself to be ethical, that isn't my only motivation. There's something of an uncanny valley about AI art. Currently, and I don't know if this will change, Adobe Firefly comes with a caveat that you cannot use these images for professional work. It's early days for Adobe Firefly and Sensei, the underlying AI, but I'm impressed so far. The beta is open for public requests, and obviously this video will still be on YouTube when the service is launched. So what do you think? How does Adobe's generative AI compare? Are you swayed by the ethical argument? Whether we like it or not, AI is here to stay. How much that impacts us remains to be seen. I definitely prefer having access to a service where the images come from known sources. I'm not sure how much I'll use it just yet. You'll just have to judge my future videos. And the easiest way to do that is to subscribe. Yeah, it was worth a try.